The topic this week is faith. So the first question is, what is faith and what should we have faith in?
Having faith means total confidence in yourself, a firm belief it is going to happen, and this is the right person for me. My guru will take care of everything. So, that type of assuring and reassuring yourself not to worry, everything will be all right. The divine guru will take care of the things. So, then slowly you surrender. Okay, whatever the divine guru does, it's for my benefit only. It may be according to my expectation, or I may not be able to visualize what he wants to do, but whatever he does, it is for my good. So I take it. So like this the faith goes, having faith. So this faith is self-confidence. Your mind will be intact. It will not become confused, or it will not break down at all times. Whatever troubles come, whatever pains are there, so whatever situation it is there, you remain totally unconfused. So that is what the faith is. Faith means you totally surrender to your guru or to your God.
Thank you. And what's the difference then between faith and blind belief?
Faith is total self-confidence, whereas a blind belief is without putting any effort. We expect that somebody else do everything for us, like God. We just sit in a corner and God has to do everything. We don't put effort. We don't want to have any faith or confidence within ourselves. So these things are like the blind belief. That's what needs to be avoided. You have to work. You have to put in effort. Leave the results to the divinity, to the divine guru. So that is faith. Without leaving that one and without doing anything, you want a spoon feeding that the divine should be doing everything. Nothing must happen to the physical body, and everything must happen according to your expectation only. So that is the blind belief, in my opinion.
On another occasion, you have said that you should not lose faith in the guru, in yourself, and in sadhana. So it's all three of those things, or just some of those things are okay?
So all three combined is recommended. Sadhana means your work. You must not give up the efforts. And have faith in the guru. Means whatever happens, that is the guru's grace. Whether it is according to our wishes, our expectations, or not according to our wishes or expectations, finally we take it as this is for my benefit only. May the divine guru has better things in his store for me. So that's how since childhood we practice that. You see, many times we used to pray to God, pray, and this has to happen like this. Please bless me. Now also we keep praying all the time, but many times it wouldn't happen the way that I wanted it to happen. But then we never lost any faith or devotion. Then we used to reassure ourselves, though I wanted this to happen in this way, but the things have not turned out to be in this way. That means there is much better things that is going to come in the divine store, and that whatever the divine is doing is for my benefit. Today he might be slapping. It might appear painful or wrong or bad or unwanted, any such thing. But still, we must consider it is something for my good only. Maybe later I will realize or understand. At this moment I may not be able to understand like that. So many times for human beings it happens. So you don't expect such a thing happen, and you expect a certain thing to happen, such a thing doesn't happen, something else happens, result doesn't come. You want $1 million, but $1 million doesn't come, only $10 comes. So like that, whatever situation is, your faith must not waver. That is important. Consider this is God's grace. Somewhere something is good happening probably. So we never wanted the ashram to be bifurcated, to stand where it is today like this, but if it has happened, as the divine's wishes, somewhere it will come back when it has to come back. So we will have to accept for a while. It is for our good only, maybe. Something like that always.
So, how can we develop stronger faith? Because I'm sure all of us have some faith, but the faith that you had in Swamiji was so much stronger, it seems.
An innocence in the mind is necessary, means then the mind is totally pure. Just like I have told in the Bhakti Marga talks, the story of Kanakadasa. He was a shepherd boy and he used to take the sheep and buffaloes all and the whole day he used to be with them. So one day he saw some priests nearby. They were doing a worship ritual to God, Vishnu. He goes near and watches from a distance, but those priests wouldn't allow the untouchable boy to come near or do anything. So he keeps watching, but his mind totally engrossed into it, gets absorbed, and he enjoys. He gets a lot of peace. So then he approaches the priest. Sir, please enlighten me about the worship rituals. This was so nice. It gave me so much of peace. I want to worship God. I also want to know about God. Then the priest makes fun of that boy, actually. And he says, oh, you are a buffalo boy. What can you learn? What can you learn about these chants? This is all great educational things. You cannot understand. However, you do one thing, sit under the tree and just repeat the name buffalo, 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 buffalo like that. And you will get it. But this boy takes it seriously. When he seriously takes total faith, that means because he was innocent, he just believed. So with that innocence, he goes and start repeating the same thing, buffalo, 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 like that. And because of his innocence, his mind became concentrated with total purified substance. And then it gets connected to the divine. With his faith, the divine's manifestation happens. As the Lord of Death, he comes, he initiates the boy into the name of Vishnu's name as Keshava, and then guides him to achieve self-realization. Then he is guided to go to a guru also, a self-realized master. So where he goes, so that is the faith. Faith can work such wonders. So that is important. It should be unquenchable faith. These are some of the stories we read. And also we read about Draupadi's during the disrobing episode in Mahabharata, when Duryodhana everybody won. And all her people, they keep quiet. They don't try to help her. So glorifying their own personal dharmas. This is my dharma. So like Bhishma, the great sire, he says my dharma is to obey the king. Without his orders, I cannot do anything. I am sorry, daughter, I cannot protect. At that time, the common sense did not work in his brain, in his mind also, in fact, that this lady is the daughter-in-law of the clan of the very king whom I revere and have taken an oath that I will listen to only the king's orders. But if I protect this girl, I would be protecting the entire clan. If I don't protect, there can be war, or there can be anything, riot situation, to each other, trying to kill each other. So that's what he could not visualize or think. He kept quiet. Like that, all the people in that court, Dronacharya, including her own husbands, everybody giving their own reasons. Then she approaches everyone. The story says, after approaching, then finally it says she was holding on to the edge of the sari that she was wearing. At that time, she takes total faith in Krishna. Now she says, if at all anybody can protect me, it is only Krishna. If he protects, let him protect. If he doesn't protect, let it go. Finish. She surrenders totally, mentally, in every way she surrenders. So that faith worked to see that the manifestation of the divine happening there. So that type of unwavering faith, that's not an easy thing. It requires a lot of devotional practice. Not an iota of doubt should come. When faith is there, means one becomes ready for any result. There is no such thing that only this has to happen, I have faith, God. You don't challenge God. Simply you have faith, let it happen whatever has to happen. It's the divine wishes. So then it came. So God took the manifestation of clothing that fulfilled her, that wouldn't allow disrobing her robes. So like that she got protected. So that's how the faith also. Another incident of faith which created an impact since our childhood days. The same Kanakadasa, when he goes and joins enlightened Guru there in those days, this was about 550 years ago, during the reign of Vijayanagara Empire in the southern part of India, where the Emperor Krishnadevaraya was ruling. So Vyasatirtha was that Guru's name. He was a great scholar and a self-realized soul also. He goes and joins them. Whereas all other boys, they were belonging to high caste and high community, higher learned. So they never liked this untouchable boy, a shepherd boy coming and joining and sitting in front of them. So, but every day with apt attention, he learns the thing. He had already developed such faith in the Lord, and that knowledge also comes that the divine is all pervaded. So everybody listens or reads that God is omnipotent, omnipresent, but when the time comes, their mind doesn't work, they forget. Here, now God is where? They start thinking, they lose that faith. But Kanakadasa, to make other students understand, the Guru gives one banana to every child, every student there. Tell them, before sunset, you all must eat at such a place where nobody will be watching you. You must know that one. So other boys totally had forgotten about God. They said, that's very easy. I can go behind the door, hide myself, nobody will be watching. I can go behind the bushes, I can go on the other side of the hillock, I can go on the other side of mountain. Like that, everybody went. Within 1 hour or so, everybody came back and they reported the Guru, nobody was watching, I can guarantee. I can promise, I ate like this, I ate like this, I ate on the tree. So everything happened. And they were all waiting, and the Guru also said, wait, let Kanakadasa come. He hasn't returned. Almost it was about to be sunset, and said, the other students are murmuring, oh, this small job the Guru gave to test our intelligence, how clever we are. And we all have come back, and this idiot could not eat a banana also without anybody being watched by anybody. So after some time he returns. He is a bit sad. He is having that banana. He hasn't been able to eat. He surrenders at the feet of the Guru, keeping, I couldn't eat this banana, my Lord. I am really very, very sorry. What happened? Why this Kanakadasa? Why couldn't you? I tried everywhere, behind the doors, behind the bushes, on the tree, on the mountains. Everywhere I wandered. Wherever I went, I tried to eat the banana. Lord Keshava was watching me. Lord Krishna was all the time. I could see him seeing me. How can I escape the divine's eyes? I could escape any human beings, my Guru, but I couldn't escape the eyes of the divine who is all pervaded, omnipresent. Then the Guru scolds, look, this is the faith, this is the knowledge that comes when you practice sadhana, meditation. All the time the awareness will be there that God is everywhere. Not simply by listening to lectures, not by reading, but by doing sadhana, such a thing comes. So that is the faith.
Thank you. In fact, somebody's asked a question which I think connects with that. Is belief in the teachings perhaps an intellectual understanding of them, but does faith come when in small ways you confirm in your own experience they are true.
Yeah, you see, this is in the beginning, you need to have faith when the Guru is teaching. That innocence has to be there. Like if you all remember when you first went to school, first time when you started learning alphabets in English language, the teacher would have written, this is A, this is B. You didn't question why I should call this A, not the B as A, not C as D. Nobody questions. You just take it in good faith. Then experience as you grow up. You learn about the English more and more. And then you get to see almost everybody using the same, like this as the A, like this as the B. So that is the experience. So in the beginning you need to have faith. Like our Guru also used to tell, have faith when I teach, then you experience the truth to yourself by practicing meditation. That is essential. So after knowing, so that's why like a reading of a book, listening to a talk of the master, listening to the answers that the master will give, all these things are very helpful to learn something and to become motivated, to feel inspired, to get a clue what you are supposed to do. See, that's why you see here, if you all notice, all that is needed is your mind has to become silent. When 100 people you are sitting, one time I can simply tell, hey, take care that all your minds become silent. That's all needed. Then you will be realized. Nobody will be able to meditate at all. Nobody will be able to absorb the truth or understand. Repeatedly I have to tell, week after week, week after week, the same thing. Just to make it bit entertaining and interesting, I try to write like this and bring it like this and bring it again like this. The same thing. All that is needed, your mind has to become quiet. For that you just watch. Like that the languages we use repeatedly. But finally, your mind has to realize, I have to become quiet. This is it. Then it practices to become quiet. How do I become quiet? Nobody else has to become quiet for me. If I have to know myself, if I have to realize the self, I have to become quiet in the mind. I am doing all wrong jobs. I have picked up habits of analyzing, making judgments. I want to judge each and every person. Sitting here, 120 people are there. Oh, how everybody won't be able to meditate like me. I am able to meditate, I have practiced. They won't be. They are just sitting. And I don't think they are paying attention to listen to what Babaji is telling. I am paying attention. Like that, everybody trying to criticize each other and paying attention to other. Just like that man who was paying attention to the prostitute. And he lost his monkhood because his mind had become so corrupted, whereas the prostitute became so purified. She was all the time thinking about the monk. So remember the story that I have told, that Swamiji had told, if you all remember. So every time a person came to that prostitute's bungalow, so this monk would take one stone. Oh, she has committed one more sin. She has committed one more sin, one more sin. Whereas that lady, she saw this monk. He was beautiful and wearing the saffron. She was so happy. At last, I have been brought to such a sanctified place where this monk is there. He would be worshipping, he would be remembering God. Like that, she used to visualize in her mind every day. So her mind started visualizing God only all the time. Whatever her body was doing, her mind was into that, and her mind became purified. So Swamiji used to tell, in the end, Lord Yama's agents came when they both died, and the monk was being taken to hell, whereas that lady went to heaven. This monk complained, what is this nonsense? Throughout my life I was a monk and I was wearing saffron, and why these hell's agents are taking me? Throughout your life, baby, you are thinking of the prostitute and all the sins that she would have committed that you imagined. So your mind became so corrupted, it is not purified anymore. You have to come to hell. Whereas her mind became so purified thinking about you about you worshipping God, remembering God, all the time it became. So this is the trick of the mind. That's how the faith can work such wonders. That's how faith is recommended, so that your mind has to become purified. So that's one has to understand. For that, we keep telling week after week, your mind has to become quiet. The day your mind understands, then it becomes quiet. Until then, it keeps on wondering.
So Hanuman had tremendous faith in his guru, but he also had faith in his guru's name as well. There's that story of his faith in his guru's name. Could you tell us about that, please?
Yeah, that is the story. How, when such an incident happened, then that came to Hanuman's mind. Because you see, today Babaji's body is here to answer all your questions. But Babaji's name will always be there. This body will not be there. This is 70-year-old. After some time, this will go away. Everybody will be simply watching, and like that will go simply. But the name, Shiva Balayogi name, even today it is there. Shiva Rudra Balayogi name will always be there. That is the faith. That is the story. Like the story is, I will repeat to you all to understand, listen and enjoy one more time. Like Swamiji used to talk. Hey, one time, all angels and great sages, they were all sitting in the Devaloka. A big meeting was happening, and in that meeting, everybody were talking like that. That subject was Lord Rama more powerful, or Lord Rama's name more powerful. What is powerful, man? Like that they were talking. And Vishwamitra could not keep quiet. Badmash, he tells ki Rama is more powerful. I have seen him with his bows and arrows. Even today, if he stands up with his bows and arrows, in all the worlds, nobody can challenge him. Nobody can stand in front of him. Then Vasishtha could not keep quiet. His body was itching. That is Swamiji's language. He couldn't keep quiet. Badmash. And he tells Vishwamitra, no, Vishwamitra. No, not like that, man. Anybody who can take Rama's name with all total faith can challenge Rama's bows and arrows. Rama cannot do anything, man. What do you know? Hey, Vishwamitra annoyed. Hey, Vasishtha, no, you are wrong. Let us test this one. We will go to the world. So they both came to the earth, and they wanted to test. One king was there who was very much devoted to Lord Rama. He had so tremendous faith also. And also he was under the empire of Lord Rama. So those were the days. The tradition was that even if a saint like us comes to your home unannounced, so you are supposed to wash the feet, give all the reception, welcome them, inquire their welfare and what they needed, their needs, give food, all like this. You give reception properly, protocol to be followed. So deliberately, Vishwamitra comes there when that king was into meditation. And when he was meditation, he could not attain. And Vishwamitra got annoyed. Hey, danger. Now this man need not wash my feet. Now I will take care of this. Straight away he comes to Rama's court. Oh Rama, in your empire there are people who don't respect us. Why should I stay in your kingdom, in your empire? I will transfer my ashram to some other emperor place. I will not be here anymore. I am going. Bye. Ram. Rama come. Oh no, my Guru, you should not go away like that. Please don't get annoyed. Even Lord Rama revered the Gurus like that one. Please don't go. Please tell me who was disrespectful to you. I will chop off his head. I will promise in the name of the bows and arrows through which I killed Ravanasura. Don't worry. Very good. And Vishwamitra was very happy and said, now that Rama has promised, he will chop off the head of the king. Now who will protect him? Vasishtha will be defeated. Now Rama will go with his bows and arrows and kill that king, and then Vasistha will have to retire. He cannot come to any of the conferences anymore. He will be expelled from our conference. All such things. Vishwamitra was very happy. Then Sage Narada was also in that meeting. Sage Narada could not keep quiet. He couldn't digest any food without doing some mischief always. So when two people were about to fight, it was a great enjoyment for him. Vishwamitra and Vasistha are going to fight, means for Rama's name. So let us see what happens. Rama's name is good, or bows and arrows are good. What happens? Then what will these sages will do? Then he comes to this king. By then he had finished meditation. Hey, O king, look at it. You are meditating on Rama name, right? Yes, Narada said. What is the use? The same Rama is going to kill you tomorrow before sunset. He has promised in the name of his bows and arrows, man, he will not listen to anybody. Rama is very adamant and stubborn, so he will not listen. Now what will you do? Then the king tells, my God, what will happen to me now? What should I do? Narada says, hey, look, I'll give you an idea, man. You just quietly go where Hanuman is there. Hanuman will be sitting on a tree top, on a mountain top. All the time his job is Rama, 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 Rama. He will be in Samadhi. First you surrender. Take promise. Don't tell who is going to kill you. Don't tell that I taught you all these tricks. Just go and surrender first. Tell that you are going to be killed and he must protect you in the name of Rama. Once he promises, then you can tell. Then we will see the fun and what's going to happen. This king comes to Hanuman. Hanuman was Ram, 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 Ram. Jai was repeating Rama's name. He surrendered. Hey, what happened? Hanumanji asked. This king tells, Hanuman, protect me please. Raksha, Raksha, protect me. I am going to be killed before sunset tomorrow. They are going to chop off my head. Hanuman, because he was busy repeating Rama, Rama, Rama in the Samadhi mind, he did not think anything. Who is going to kill? What is going to happen? He said, hey, don't worry. Nobody can kill you. I promise in the name of Rama's name, which is so dear to me. I am there. I will look after. Come on. You. Then with his tail, he built a fort and asked the king to go and rest there. You take care. I will take care. The rest. You just rest inside. Go and sleep. Don't worry. Then before he is going, he asked, oh, who is going to kill me? By the way, you tell me. Lord Rama, Hanuman. Har Badmash, you did not tell me. Now you will make my guru and me fight with each other. Is this going to be nice? Why did not you tell me? This is very wrong. Okay, there is some plan Lord has done. This is important. Then he thinks, that is when he thinks, tomorrow Lord Rama's body will disappear, it will go away. Then what will happen? His bows, who will take up the bows and arrows, and nobody else can fire from his bows. Any arrows cannot be shot like that one. So now it is important, but Rama's name, Rama cannot take away his name with him to any other loka. It can always be here, Rama's name. Even if his body dies, Rama's name will always be there. Shiva Balayogi is always there. Nothing will happen. Shiva Balayogi, Shiva Balayogi. That is what important. Rama, Rama, Rama. Okay, no problem. You sit, you go. Then next day all Rama's brothers, Bharata, Shatrughna, Lakshmana, everybody came. Hanumanji drove them away. Finally Rama himself came. Hey Hanuman, hand over that king to me. I am supposed to murder him. I am promised in the name of my bows and arrows. Come on, hand over that king. Come on. Then Hanuman says, I am sorry, my lord. Tomorrow when your body will be dropped, your bows and arrows will also disappear. Nobody can shoot that one. Nobody can handle that one. But your name is very important. The coming ages for Kali Yuga, anybody who wants to take Rama, they will be protected. They will receive your grace, your vibrations. They can become enlightened by repeating Rama's name. I cannot allow Rama's name to go waste. I will chant Rama's name. You do whatever you want to do. I am not going to hand over the king. nothing doing. No, 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 no. He tells, and the king tells, Rama is very furious. Hey, is that case? Then I will murder you first, and then I will murder the king. Swamiji used to very funny language, his words used to be like that. I have to murder first, and then I will murder that king also. Come on, stand. Okay. Hanuman just stood, Rama, 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 repeating. Rama went on shooting the arrows. Every arrow became a flower garland and fell on Hanumanji. That was the blessings of Rama. Nothing happened. Then finally all the sages came. Lord Rama, forgive us. We just wanted to test the faith and the devotion that can work wonders for the devotees in the Kali Yuga and the coming ages if they repeat the name. So thus Rama's name will always be immortal, it will be eternal, it will always be there. Oh, that story Swamiji used to tell, that is the faith that he showed Hanuman for the people of the coming generations, that if you have such faith, and like that Swamiji also used to tell, if you repeat the name of the Guru will have to grace upon you. So that's your faith. If you have the faith, Guru cannot harm you anything at all.
Thank you, Babaji. It's a wonderful story and a wonderful message. But also you say, if you have faith in the Guru, then the Guru's grace has to fall. But we shouldn't have any expectation about that grace. Is that right? Right?
Yeah, that's what we try to teach. The highest prayer, just leave it to the divine. You don't tell that this has to happen. This is the situation. My Lord, please inspire my wisdom. You take care of the situation. Please protect me, whatever happens. If this happens, all right. If that happens, all right. But protect me and give me wisdom always to understand the difference. And let me not lose my faith and devotion. So like that you pray, that is the faith that will be there. You leave it, then the divine will take care. And the best will always happen. No wrong can happen. After all, you will become enlightened one day. That's what will happen. Now on the path, so many thorns, expect troubles. You keep going, keep going. It happen. Even after becoming a yogi, we have to expect troubles.
So during your 20 years of service with Swamiji, there were times when perhaps your faith was tested, either directly by Swamiji or just other people causing you tremendous difficulties. How did you cope with that?
Most of the time it just came naturally. Perhaps because I had fallen in love with Swamiji, so whatever happened, it was okay. If this is what is supposed to happen, let it happen, it's okay. I have tried my best, I have put my effort. This point of Karma Yoga we understood. We have to put an effort, that must be there, whatever wanted. Then whatever happened, we had to accept. This is what Swamiji wants, Swamiji's wishes. This is his play, his divine play finally, Leela. So let it happen. Like that we always try to keep the mind quiet and composed at peace. Let this service reach my Lord. So if this person is trying to insult me, humiliate me, today he is able to do that. He has power, he has money, he has status. We may not have money. If those who have money only can have the status and good samskar or the character, then we don't have money. Even those who don't have money, if character, culture, all these things also matter for a person's personality, then anybody can be a good and high status person even if you don't have money. Like that we used to feel satisfied. Let this humility happen. I was supposed to undergo. Let the accounts get cleared. So that at that time always no more rebirths. That is all wanted. You can humiliate me, it's no problem, but no birth again, no drishya to be seen. I don't want to see any scene again. Just exist in itself, in myself. I exist in myself. So that's how I used to pray. That was also, that gave lot of satisfaction. secure feeling, at peace, that I have nothing to lose because I didn't own anything, so I have not lost anything. I didn't have any respect, so I have not lost any respect, and no humiliation. That is all. Such things help like that. And a firm faith in Swamiji, because that faith had come due to the fact that we loved Swamiji. You have to love your Guru. Then you will not analyze anything, you will not see anything. Nothing can disturb your devotion. Whatever happens, you will always love your Guru. We saw many people losing that faith in Swamiji's life also. Small incidents happened and they left Swamiji and went away. They lost faith and devotion at all. And they went to other gurus. We have seen that also. So this keeps happening. Suddenly they lose faith and they look for some other guru and they bring some other guru's photo and they remove this guru's photo and throw it away. And they feel very satisfied in that. Now I have thrown this guru, is useless for me. He cannot do anything. So such thing won't be beneficial. Faith. One. Stick to, after Swamiji is passing away also, several people I saw going to that guru, going to this guru. They wanted to become VIPs, to be treated like VIPs. That's why they went. So what was the need? I used to wonder. Shiva Balayogi, our guru is always there. So that faith has to be there. And when you have faith, you will see your guru within you, everywhere, in everybody, as everything.
Thank you, Babaji. It's very inspiring.
Thanks for hosting, everyone. Pranams, Babaji. My question is, how do we get rid of ignorance forever? And is it even possible? Because there's so much to learn.
Ignorance you can get rid when you acquire knowledge. That knowledge comes when you are able to observe the truth. To observe the truth only, you have to practice meditation and try to quieten your mind first. When your mind becomes quiet, then it turns introvert, becomes aware of the truth of its own existence. So that's how it can happen.
Yes, good morning, Baba.
Yes.
Thank you for being here with us.
Yes.
You say that whatever the divine guru gives us, we are to accept it and see it as it being only for our good. And I understand that. That makes sense. But I'm also wondering if that applies to just life in general. So can we see life, just everything that's happening, as the divine guru also, and then whatever life brings us with faith, see that it's also for our good only?
Yeah, finally. So, a couple of truth we need to understand. One is, this world is impermanent, including our physical body. And whatever this appearance, world and the physical body, is not our true self. Our true self form is the soul, Atman, is totally much beyond the birth and death of the physical body, which is permanent. Nobody can harm that truth, and nobody can do any pain or any such thing. It is always there. So you are totally secure. So whatever this world is happening, here we may have wishes that let this world happen like this, let the world happen like this, let the things happen to me like this. Such things sometimes may happen, sometimes may not happen. At that time is what we have to consider. Whatever is happening is for our benefit only, but not before putting in efforts. We have to do our karma, then accept the results.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
A blessing.
And we wanted to know what is the importance of Hanuman Jayanti and how can we improve our faith in God and Guru on this day using Hanuman.
Jayanti is celebrated the birth of Hanuman. So, any important things that becomes an auspicious. In Ramayana, Hanuman's character is such a wonderful. If we go spiritually also, in Yoga Vasishtha Ramayana, Vasishtha tells Hanuman was a great self-realized soul. He meditated. Self-realized soul means they are merged with the divinity, equivalent to divine. In our Hindu culture, so they can be worshipped like a god, equivalent to the divine. That's what Vasistha talks. Puja Yogya. So when a person becomes self-realized. And Hanuman remained in Dasya Bhava always. Though he was self-realized, he never claimed himself to be a guru. He was as a dasa to Lord Rama, surrendered his wisdom, his beautiful character. So all these things to remember is the beautiful significance. Generally, we do a fire sacrifice, offering all the mantras to him, and also we chant anything. Amongst the Tulsidas Ramayana, Sundarkand is the most beautiful chapter considered, because that is how he went to Sri Lanka with all the Vanaras and brought back the news of Sita is alive, thus removing the Sankat of Sri Ramachandra the Lord. So that's why he is known as Sankatamochan Hanuman. The Hanuman Ashtakam today I sang of Sankatamochan also is a very beautiful composition of Tulsidas saint. If you go to Facebook, you can see that one. Today I have sung that song also. Every Tuesday also we sing Shuddha Brahma Parat Pararama and this Hanuman Sankatamochan Hanuman Ashtakam. Also we do sing, and that is live streamed on the Facebook also, you can see. So that is the significance. We have to understand we need to strive for a self-realization, keep our minds purified, consider about each other, never lose faith. That's what Swamiji said. You lose anything in the world, but don't lose faith, he used to say. That's important. So may you all be blessed by Lord Rama, Hanuman and Swamiji.
Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much,
much.
and hope you're doing very well.